Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. As you can see, I'm in the vehicle again, and there's quite a glare here, but I thought I would quickly say hello to everybody and kind of share what's going on for the day. I'm hoping everybody is doing well, and hopefully everybody's preparing for the new year. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I don't know when this video you'll see it, but that's always an exciting time for a lot of people. I know that word that's very popular for New Year's is resolutions. But I guess the big challenge for all of us as we go into the New Year's, if we can keep our resolution to our resolutions, if we can follow through on those resolutions, keep our promise on our promise or something like that. You get the idea. But ultimately, we always have these good intentions as we start this new year. But the question is, do we follow through on it? And I'm trying to finish this year with those deliberate intentions and disciplines, like I mentioned on the past few videos, that can catapult and have a good start to next year. Because I don't think you just start on the 1st of January and suddenly everything is connected. Everything is going well. Maybe for some of you, I don't know. Not for me. I have to really prepare myself and have daily disciplines. I mean, something as simple as going to the park. I go to work out. I have to get the right shoes and get the right clothing, get the right mindset, and then I step out and do it. I usually just am not that person who just can suddenly jump into something. But if you can, that's a blessing. That could be a real plus for you. But these videos are really, like I said, to describe some of the things that I'm attempting to accomplish and to grow with, and as I mentioned in the other videos, just to share with you. And if it can help anybody, fabulous. If it doesn't help anybody, that's fine too, because it's kind of like having a journal, daily journal, where you write down some notes on what you accomplished and write down some notes on what happened throughout the day. But my day's been great. Of course, I worked all day. Like I mentioned, I'm in real estate. I have a great job that I work with the real estate industry. And one day we'll go into that. I don't want to bore you with that right now, but it was a steady day. Had several big meetings today, actually, with some of the upper management as they prepare for the new year, prepare for the new systems. And one of the last things my superior said as we were hanging up on the Zoom call was, "I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do this year in 2025, Ron." I said, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to also. See what I can do, because it's all in God's hands, right? We're just vessels here on this round ball that we call Earth. But hopefully everybody has got their resolutions planned, a vision plan. But if you don't, I want to encourage you to write some things down. One thing I've learned in the past, I guess, 10 or 15 years, as I've made mistakes and tried to learn, is when you do write these things down and you revisit them for yourself, it tends to, it's kind of like a silent seminar. It encourages you. You're like, man, I wrote this down. And it pushes you a little bit more. And I've gone back to some of my goals and some of the things I've done, these old notes that I wrote years ago, and I write a check. I got that done. I didn't finish that one. So you know what I mean? It gives you that reminder, and some of them I've accomplished, and I celebrate. But also I see some that I didn't. I'm like, man, I've got to get this done now. So it kind of pushes you silently. And when you write these goals down, or these dreams that you might have, these things that you want to accomplish, I don't share them with anybody. It's just for me to reflect on. As you can see, the sun's in my eye here. Reflect on and really hopefully stimulate you and push you. I remember a book I read said that your dreams will pull you through the adverse times, the difficult times. You'll remember those dreams and you're like, okay, I have to get through this, and it'll pull you through. Because sometimes in the middle of it, in the midst of your problems, you don't have anything that reminds you of why you're doing these things. Perfect example is exercise. I've got to be one of the most unmotivated person to exercise, but I one thing I do is I keep telling myself what my goal is, what is my vision, and so I still do it. I get it done, and I've got some benefits from it too. It just from those disciplines, it accumulates. Those accumulations. It doesn't happen overnight, not at all. It's taken years and years and years and discipline and hard work to get where you want to see some results. But when you do see those results, it's outstanding. You're like, oh, I can't believe I finally got to that weight, or I feel stronger in this area. Whatever you're doing, bench press or whatever you do. Push-ups. Maybe you can do more push-ups than you used to. But all of those things, every discipline affects every other discipline. And so if you can get those small disciplines down, let's say it's going for a walk every day. If you can accomplish that one little discipline, then you can build on it and add another discipline to that. Okay, now that I've been walking every day, maybe I can try jogging every day. Maybe I can go play basketball a couple times a week. You see what I mean? It compounds. It's kind of like finances. And so, but get on those small disciplines. That's what's helped me. Just the smallest disciplines. Even going to bed at a better time, so that you feel rested the next day. So that way, when you feel rested, you'll have more ability and strength and capability to do those things that you want to do. To strengthen your body, strengthen your mind, but also at the same time, like I said, write those goals down. Do things for your mind, because your mind is a muscle too, and that's what I tend to forget. I tend to forget to keep reading. I mean, I make myself do it, but sometimes you'll get so you think that that's not important, but everything else is important. Whatever it may be, running to the store, shopping, or the holiday season, those things get in the way, or something for work, whatever it might be that pulls you away from those disciplines of exercise and disciplines of reading. And if you're filled with faith, maybe spending time with the Bible. So all of those things can be a blessing to you in this new year as we start. And that's kind of what, like I said, the videos that I've been doing are really just, like I said, for me too, just to kind of remind myself of what I'm trying to do. But also for anybody who does tune in, and somebody who could benefit from some of the experiences I've had. Some of the good books I read, of course, I read the Bible. Another good book I read, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The Richest Man in Babylon. There's some other good books I've read recently. There was something about, of course, what's the other one that for finances? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Another good book. There's just things that you can extract from all of these books. I mean, there's going to be some strange stuff. You just got to get through the strange and find the things that you feel are valuable, and maybe write them down or make a note about it. And then continue to grow, continue to expand. I mean, think about when we were younger, all we did was go to school and continue to learn and continue to get better and try to go to the next grade and get taller, get stronger. But once we become an adult and we've gone to college and we start working, we just shut it down a lot of times. I did. I'm speaking for myself. I shut it down. I thought, well, okay, I've got to this point. I don't think I need to know a whole lot more or whatever. I read a little bit here and there, but why not have that mentality that you've got to continue that education even after you get out of college, or maybe you didn't go to college, maybe after high school, maybe whatever you did. But continue to expand your mind, continue to learn, grow, and think good things. There's a great Bible verse that tells us, I think it's in Ephesians, but it says to think on the things that are true and honest and pure. And I might have mentioned that the other day. Think on those things. In this world, in this culture, we tend to think about all the other crazy things that we see. They see the news, and we hear about war, and we hear about disruption and famine and just horrible things. And when we tend to think about those things all the time, it's like a weight. You know, you feel weighted down. It's like an anchor. That's what was the other thing I was saying. An anchor for a boat. It just stops you. Yes, I know there's a time to think about those that are in need, and there's a time to help those that are in need. Absolutely. That's why we're here. But as far as trying to get the best out of you know, there's an old saying I read in a book. It said that I have to take care of myself for you so that you can take care of yourself for me. That means we can help each other. And that's good for a relationship, a friendship, husband and wife. We have to take care of ourselves so that we can be of value to other people. So I'm hoping this information is helpful and giving you something to think about. I would just want to encourage all of you, be safe during this little New Year holiday. You know, just focus on what your goals are. Stay focused. That's something that I have to keep telling myself. I just have to stay focused, because there's a lot of times you lose your focus, and as soon as you do, you get distracted. And what can distract you? Hey, I hate to admit it. Sometimes videos that may be not healthy for you, or movies, or what else? The social media. Some of those things that are not healthy for you. You start to draw to that, and it's like a rabbit hole, I believe. You just go into it for a few minutes, and next thing you know, it's 2 hours later, and you've gone through things that you normally would not have even thought about. That's where you have to be cautious, and just watch the time that you spend, because it does accumulate. I mean, let's say you spend 1 or 2 hours a day on your social media. Well, add that up for the week. What's that? 14 hours a week, and then you got 28 hours in 2 weeks, and then at the end of the month, it's 56, almost 60 hours that maybe you spent on social media that may not be valuable. Now, I know there's some things that you can do that are good. I'm not saying that, but if it's just unvaluable time, you're just wasting it, I would encourage you to reevaluate that. You know, time is very short. Life is short. The surprise of life is brevity, and we have to maximize our time that we have by maximizing our potential and our ability to help others. So, once again, I'm talking to myself. I'm not saying that I do any of these things. I'm saying that my goal is to attempt to do more of these things. So, but I wanted to say hello to you. I've got to get going. I hope you have a great day. Look forward to getting back online, sharing some more information. I hope you have a great rest of the afternoon, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.